Absolutely excited to be here. You heard a great talk by Nick and Parul Soni about list building, some of the mechanics aspects. I'm going to go into what we call the second step. Okay. In fact, Nick talked about the list building. This is step number one, putting a list together if you want to build a network. Step number two is what we call the invite. How do you invite people to see this business model concept? Step number three is what we call show the plan. Okay, how do you get the plan in front of them? You'll have, Rashmi, Jyoti Prakash talk about it. Next is the follow-up and follow-through and getting started right. You'll have Chetan and Vinita talk about that. Okay, so this afternoon we're going to talk about the second step, invite. And before I do that, of course, we both, me and my wife, we both are active in building the list. But I want to have my wife say a couple of words about what she does to support me in the invite process, folks. And here's my wife, Uma.
All right, just, I'm sure all of you guys are very excited after all the stuff that you heard yesterday, all the incredible speakers yesterday. But today, now you really want to know, how do I do this? You're really excited about the mechanics, how do I do that? Like Nick and Parul talked about, building a list and everything. But, how do you make an invite? And what is my role, if you're building it as a wife and husband, what is ladies' role in making an invite? I truly never believe that it's only the guys that make the calls. Even though I don't go to the phone team, I don't really have to be at the phone team. But you know what? I can have phone team the other 6 days of the week too at home. I don't have to go to a phone team to make a call. I'm very actively involved in building a list along with Czech. It's not something only Czech's responsibility or anything. I'm a major contributor for the list adding and inviting. So if I have contacted some people, or if I have an A list or a B list or a C list, and I'm the one that has to make that call. So I do make that call, and if it is A list and B list, I do make that call. I edify my husband, and I talk about my husband actually expanding his business right now here, because I don't want to give it this thing of me and my husband building the business. I want to make it look as conventional as it can be, especially during the invite time. So I always talk about Czech expanding the business in this area, and he is definitely looking to see someone who is very sharp that he can partner with. And that's what I do. And I always, if Czech is around, I always have given the phone, especially if it's a C list. I always have, edified Czech, and even in the contact, I've edified Czech, I've talked about Czech. So in that way, it's easy for me to say, I don't want to make it look like I talked to the lady and both ladies are fixing a time. I want it to be where the men are involved as well. Both wife and husband actually are sitting with me and Czech. It's just not the ladies setting up time and let's check. A lot of times some of the ladies say, I'll check with my husband and get back to you. I say, what, I can why don't you give the phone to your husband? My husband can talk to him. A lot of times. And, so basically how you crystallize an invite, a lot of basic work, groundwork can be done in that. So definitely, ladies, you have a role to play in that. Don't take it as it's only husband's work or guy's work or things like that. So you can actually add a lot of value in that. So definitely get the job done. And here's Czech to talk more about it.
All right, guys. Just a little bit structure of how you invite. Remember, phone is your ally. It's your friend. It's not your enemy, right? So you become comfortable with the phone. In fact, what really helped me and Uma was role playing. You can role play. You can role play with your upline. You take different roles. You're a negative person about the business. You're positive. So you can go back and forth and practice your questions and probable answers so that you get a sense of confidence. You understand, guys? Because when you role play, you have a lot of, you have some pattern. You have some practice. So I would encourage you to role play. Okay? For example, if somebody says, what do? You don't say, you don't say, let me think. You don't say that, right? You say, I'm an IT programmer, whatever. I'm an accountant. You're very clear in your answer. You don't think about it. You say, oh, I don't know. Why did you ask me? You don't say all that stuff, right? Okay. Say, if you're a business owner and you're in this business, same thing. You practice. You have an idea of what you're going to say, and you write it down. Okay? And you practice it so that it's natural. And however big you are, you might think you're really good at all this stuff, but guys, going to the fundamentals and the basics really will help you. That's what I found out. So role play, have some etiquette. The best thing about having a script that you can fall back on, it's like a flow chart. If they do this, I go like this. I follow the arrow, okay? If they say this, I'll follow the arrow, right? So it's like a flow chart. I have a flow chart kind of thing. So they say, I ask them, are you open-minded and looking? They say, yes. Then the arrow goes somewhere, okay? I say, great. That's what I thought. I'll say, okay? And we need to sit down and I can give you an idea of what we're doing, right? And so on. If they say, no, I'm not open-minded, you say, is there any particular reason? Okay? If you don't mind me asking, right? Like a friendly thing, No, I don't have time. I don't have, I'm very busy. You say, oh, excellent. You say, we're not talking about you committing to something. Okay? I say, John, or Ashok. I say, you're on page 4. I'm on page 1. Let's first explore and see what this is, okay? I don't even know whether we'll work together or not, but, you'll never know. It doesn't hurt for you to look at the business, right? Something along those lines. So I'll remove some objections. If I probe, it's called probing. If I probe a little bit, I'll know a little bit more, right? So to answer, so learn a little bit of probing, okay? So if they say, what is it, okay? I say, it's a business concept. It's very tough to sit on the phone and go through some numbers and some figures and other stuff. It's very tough to do it on the phone, so why don't we meet face to face? I want to get into an appointment as soon as I can. I don't say it's a great business, it'll change your life, it'll change your wife and everything. I'm not going to say that. All right? So don't be heavy dose philosophical. You're setting up an appointment. Just remember that, right? That's very important. One last tip, if I can. Make it very unique experience for them. Differentiate yourself, because a lot of times people make it like a mass thing. I'm calling 25 other people. If you get confused and mention one thing about another, they'll think this is what you do. You call all these people all the time. I want to be very relatable to them, very personalized. That's why I write down, so that next time I can remember, what I had, what kind of conversation I had with this person, where in the pipeline this person is, okay? And big companies do that. They have Salesforce.com, this, that, and everything, okay? Software, but you know what? You have a nice planner, you can do it, guys. Nice piece of paper, you can do it. But I hope that helped you today. Some few tips about building a list. You know what? I'm going to hear from the next speaker. So have a great time, guys. God bless you.